Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your host, Delano, on the FanWide Podcast. We're going to break down the Mystics matchup against the Indiana Fever that was all the way up in Baltimore. Hey, this is your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content. Let's jump to it. Let's go. All right. So, I may have been wondering where I've been. It's been a little while since you guys have seen me. Um, we've had some, uh, we had a death in the family, right? So it's been a lot going on. So, yeah, you know, life is life, you know. So, Mr. Hawkins, salute to you, sir. Um, we're gonna see you on the other side, you know. Rest in power. All right. So, um, the Washington Mystics took on the Indiana Fever all the way up in Baltimore at the CFG Bank Arena, and I would say that this was literally a away game, even though it's technically a home game, because it was literally a house full of Indiana Fever fans. Um, it is what it is. It was what it was. Um, we didn't have any energy from the crowd at all, and I can say it's probably because it was an Indiana home game. Um, Not to say that the Washington Mystic fan base, the season ticket holders, wasn't in the building. They were definitely in the building. But I would say this: the Washington Mystic fan base is a little thin up in Baltimore, for sure. So they got a lot to work on if they want to expand that reach up to Baltimore. But let's talk about this game. So the Indiana Fever pretty much, we didn't have an answer for too much. We can't. Effort is effort, right? We got to play with better effort, even though it's the end of the season. The team looked like, hey, we got a few more games to go. This season's gonna be over. We'll be back at it next year. Um, you know, that's how some of the players played. I would say that they played hard, but they didn't play with their best effort that I've seen this season, right? But Indy, they did their thing. We didn't have an answer for a lot. Caitlin Clark did not play again. As you all know, Caitlin Clark is out for the season. And, you know, they they still took it to us. Kelsey Mitchell didn't have a super dynamic game like she has been having, especially in this season. She has been on the outskirts of being a potential MVP candidate, um, because she put Indiana on her back. But in this particular game, they didn't need but so much from her. So let's talk about what our Washington Mystics did. Sonya Citron had 17 points along with 2 rebounds. She hit 2 threes. Kiki Arifin had 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Shakira Austin had 11 points, 7 rebounds. And that was pretty much the tell of the tape. Alicia Clark had 7 points, 2 rebounds, and the bench didn't do but so much. Emily Inkster, I will say this. Emily Inkster with Super Hustle had 7 rebounds. Uh, Lucy Austin, 4 points, 2 assists. I'm sorry, 2 rebounds and assists. And I also want to do a special shout out to Lucy Austin. We were able to catch up with her after the game and talk to her for a few moments. So that's coming soon. The video will probably drop today. Hey, we want to salute you. We want to thank you for taking the time to talk to us, because everybody don't do it. All the players in the world don't do it. But we appreciate you. We thank you for taking that time. All right. And also, let's talk about the Indiana Fever, what they did, right? So Kelsey Mitchell, I expected a bigger game. She had 10 points. She only shot 4 of 10. She didn't, it seemed like she didn't play much of the second half either. But, they didn't need to because they was up. Leah Boston had 12 points, 11 rebounds, very solid, 5 assists, almost a triple-double. Natasha Howard, 17 points, 4 rebounds, couldn't be stopped. Now, let's talk about their bench. They played. So you got Ariel Powers with 15 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Heck of a game. Was hitting threes every which way you could think. She couldn't be stopped. Like right around that third quarter, second quarter, she was cooking. So Shea Petty, another hardship player that came to the Indiana Fever, 13 points. They put belt to behind, ankle cussing here. They put belt to us. They beat us up. So we got one more game. That game is tonight. We're gonna see what happens. We're up in New York to take on the Liberty tonight. And it's just one of those things. We're gonna see what happens. It don't quite look like we're gonna get a victory tonight because the season's over with. We're not playing spoiler to nobody. We had the opportunity to play spoiler to the Indiana Fever, but we didn't get the win. Indiana Fever secured their road and trip to the playoffs. They booked their seat against us, unfortunately. And we're gonna see how this goes. And again, this is your trusted voice for watching Mystic content. This is real quick, real short. Ain't but so much to talk about because this season is a wrap for our Washington Mystics. We'll see what happens tonight. We're going up to New York. Let's see what happens. So again, this is your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content, Delano, on the FanWire podcast. Hey, we'll be right back at you real soon. Y'all take it easy. Have a good day.